For more analysis, let's now turn to Janatan Sayeh, a research analyst at the Foundation for Defense for Democracies and focusing on Israel, China, and Iran. Thanks for being with us. The big question right now is what's next for the United States? As we know, a second aircraft carrier strike group is headed to the region along with more F-22s and F-16s. In your opinion, what options does the president have?
So when it comes to the Iranian nuclear issue specifically, the president has been very vocal about the issue of dismantlement. Iran should fully move forward with disarmament of its nuclear program. Now, unfortunately, they were not able to achieve that objective through the multiple rounds of negotiations, which is what led us to this point. And thanks to Israel, their air defense system the Iranian air defense system, that is, has been greatly been decimated. So that has paved the way for a potential attack on their Fordow nuclear site, which happens to be mostly underground, which is why it's critical to use B-2 or B-52 bunker buster bombers.
Yeah, exactly. As you were mentioning, that Fordow nuclear site, that's one of the key targets right there. Now, does the United States actually, would they be able to destroy this with just one go, or would this be an ongoing assault?
So attacking Iranian nuclear sites as a whole would have been a campaign, and that is something that Israel has launched for the past few days. But when it comes to specifically taking out Fordow, at this point in time, the campaign is already underway. Their infrastructure, when it comes to both military and different assets, has been destroyed, which means the campaign has achieved its objective of weakening Iranian deterrence. Of course, they still have a ballistic missile stockpile that they continue to launch against Israel, but those, I think at this point, there should be maybe 1,000 left. So when it comes to the nightly assaults against Israel, they're gradually losing that momentum as well. So realistically, one strike or two on Fordow is the idea at least, but it depends on the Iranian retaliation afterwards, whether they will escalate this to full-scale war against the United States or whether they will take their losses to try to save face.
And let's say that the United States did enter the conflict but failed to destroy the nuclear facility. What would happen next, would you think?
Well, that would depend on the way in which it was carried out.
Right.
What we've seen with Fordow specifically is that because it's very underground, it might be a bit challenging, but ultimately the aim is to eliminate their capacity to enrich uranium. And a targeted bombing campaign would be very likely to achieve that objective.
And another objective is also bringing a regime change, is it not?
Well, we've seen contradictory strategies from Israel and the United States both. If they were to pursue regime change, number one, the supreme leader would have already been out. I think he's been kept alive in case he wants to agree to some sort of a dismantlement deal. In addition to that, in order to meaningfully pursue regime change, there needs to be a coordinated messaging effort for the Iranian people because they continue to be the main leverage against the regime. And we have not seen that so far with either Israel or America.
Now, Jonathan, we only have a few seconds left, but why do you think Russia has stayed so quiet about this?
Because Russia has long relied on Iranian missiles itself. Russia does not have the capabilities anymore to come and help, given that they were, in fact, the ones importing Iranian both missiles and UAVs.
Well, Janatan Sayeh, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.